Hello, everyone. This is Z Scott, the SEO Queen. I'm coming to you live today. We're starting today at 11 o'clock on the dot. And I just wanted to say that it is definitely way cool to be back with you after having been ill with bronchitis for so long. So I see we have people are trickling in, and I just wanted to say welcome, welcome, welcome. So good to be here with you, and just want to say welcome. Shazam! Yes, yes, yes. So I have my little cough drop, and I have my water, so I'm all good to go, ready to answer your questions about search engine optimization, digital marketing. You can call in if you are on the email list. The call-in number is there. You can also sign on either Facebook Live on my business page or on my personal page, and the phone line as well. So again, I am Z Scott, the SEO Queen, your Chief Digital Strategist, and I wanted to share with you why I am so passionate about digital marketing. I know what it's like to not be seen, heard, and valued. And when I started out my career after I graduated from the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, my first job was as a web applications developer for Raytheon, a Fortune 500 company. I went and did my master's degree, and then I started working for digital agencies, and I had the opportunity to build an agency from no revenue to $500,000 in recurring revenue annually. But I had a problem. I had a secret. I was ashamed of the fact that I was driving this growth, but I was on food stamps. I went to the owner of the company, my boss, on 3 occasions and was denied a raise on all 3. And so I decided to take my professional destiny into my own hands, and I started what you see now as the SEO Queen. This September, it will be a year. Yay! And I'm just so excited about the journey. Yesterday, I had the opportunity to speak with one of my clients who inadvertently had a email snafu, and I was able to get it all resolved. And it's those things that really, oh, yes, 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 yes. So the questions are starting to come in, so I'm going to answer. Welcome. I hope I'm saying this correctly. Chinoso. So Chinoso has asked, how do you suggest looking up correct SEO for YouTube? Well, I'm glad you asked that question, because YouTube SEO is something I love to do. And one of my clients from many, many years ago was still ranked for #1 for one of their terms on YouTube until recently. I think they got knocked out of there. But I actually have a YouTube guide. It's a schematic that comes complimentary with my digital marketing online support program. So basically, you have to identify your keywords, and you have to use that on every aspect of your YouTube video, from the name of the file to the description to the tags, and you have to use it in a very particular way. So why don't I do this? Why don't I put a link to that page so you can take a look at that. The program is called Online Marketing Support, and I created this program that's for entrepreneurs who are on a shoestring budget, but you can still get the support that you need to get your goals. And part of the package with that is getting your YouTube marketing strategy. So I hope I answered your question, Chinoso. You want to make sure that you use your target keywords in the file name, in the video title, in the video description, and in the tags. So did you get that? Chinoso, are you there? Well, while Chinoso is getting to the keyboard, I just want to say thank you to Jerry Hayes, Sherry. Thank you so much for signing on. Xkizin, I see you. Thank you so much for signing on. Again, for those who may not know me personally, I am Z Scott, the SEO Queen, your Chief Digital Strategist. And I just want to thank you all for signing on. And I wanted to remind you that there's really no particular format for today's Facebook Live. It's just a time for me to do live question and answers. I'm in the hot seat. Any questions you have, I'm ready to answer them. Okay, she saw that. Okay, excellent, excellent, excellent. So, Chantel, do you have any questions for me today? I'm happy to see you today too. Hey, Patricia, so glad to see you signing on. I have been the past 2 weeks so sick. I have had bronchitis, excuse me, and I am finally healing, getting over it. My voice is not 100%, but it's a lot better than it was yesterday and the day before. Is there any questions? Any questions? Okay, that's a great question. Chantel asks, other than YouTube, on what other social media platforms can SEO be implemented? Well, SEO can be implemented on Facebook. SEO can be utilized on Twitter. I don't know how many of you guys know, but every tweet that you tweet gets its own URL, and those URLs do get rank, can get rank. Oh, thank you so much, Patricia, for the compliment. Thank you so much. And then, so talked about Twitter. You could use SEO for Google+. Google+ is owned by Google. And when you post content on Google+ for target keywords that any of your followers are looking for, your Google+ statement will pop up on search results. Yes, yes. Yeah, I don't know how many people know that, but yeah, that is really a powerful platform. Google Plus is absolutely. That's a great shortcut to Google Page One. So I know that Neary Magazine is going to be all over Google Plus. Definitely, yeah. So I talked about Twitter. I talked about Facebook. Facebook, you can implement SEO in a lot of the traditional ways that you implement SEO on your website to get rank on Google. However, Pinterest is a great way to do your off-page SEO for your website that you're trying to get ranked on Google. One thing you definitely want to do is pin your content onto Pinterest. And you don't always have to use the artwork on that page. You can pin it using any interesting image that you can create. Hey, Dorinda, thank you so much for signing on. Hi, hello, hello. So Pinterest is a great platform. It's like you get the social signals plus you get the backlinks. So that's why I really like Pinterest. Instagram is also another great way to get referral traffic. Instagram is great for that. I'm trying to think what other social media networks I want to cover. So I covered Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest. Oh, YouTube. YouTube is another social network that's great to use as well, to drive traffic and also to use as a social signals and a backlink to your website. So video marketing is great because, very less than 10% of business owners actually use video marketing. So it's a great way to stand out from the crowd. And also, video ads on YouTube are cheaper than PPC ads on the search network. And I'm not quite sure how they stack up to Facebook ads. I think it kind of depends on what exactly you're advertising. Yes, yes. So does that answer your question, Chantel? Instagram, you really have to use a hashtag on Instagram. Instagram is more about generating engagement with your posts, and you can create engagement with your posts by using hashtags that people are actually engaging on, along with your branded hashtags. So you can find the hashtags that people are engaging on Instagram by going to hashtagify.me. That's hashtagify.me. So let me put that in here. Hashtagify.me. Ooh, I didn't mean .com. I meant .me. Hashtagify.me. I still have bronchitis brain. I'm trying to get it back to here. Yeah, so hashtagify.me. That's a great site because it has like a schematic, so you can kind of see what hashtags are related to the ones that you brainstorm and come up with, and then you can see what other hashtags are related to those. So you can really come up with a constellation of hashtags that are germane to your niche. So it's really good. Yes, on Instagram, definitely. So you want to use hashtags that have a lot of interaction on it, so you know that when people are searching on Instagram for certain hashtags, that your image will come up. So in order to really get people to follow you and engage with your content on Instagram, it's very important that you post interesting pictures. One thing that is really fascinating is that images with faces get more engagement than images that do not have faces. So the more often that you post pictures of people, the more engagement you can create, and more followers you can get, the more likes you can get. Yeah, so hashtags are definitely similar to search terms. Another tool that I like to also use to see which hashtags are popular and what on which platform, it's called hashaddit.com. It's a search engine for hashtags, and this is really cool because you can create boards to track different hashtags that you want to track the growth of. You can even embed those codes into your website as well. So if you want to drive engagement on your social media platforms from your website, you can do that as well, to kind of create like a loop. Your website to social media to your website, back and forth, back and forth. So that's another great tool. There is hashaddit.com, and it's free. It's 100% free. And if you visit my YouTube channel, you will see an interview I did with the CEO and founder of hashaddit.com, and she talks about the capabilities of that platform. So I see Jay Smith has joined. Thank you so much, Jay, for taking time out of your afternoon or morning to join us. If you have any questions at all about digital marketing, please, by all means, throw them into the chat, and I am here to answer those questions. Absolutely. So do we have any other questions right now? Yep. So when you're building your website, it's important to use the terminology that your ideal prospects are looking for you by. And so that's why keyword research is so important. Have have you all done keyword research for your niche, for your business ventures? Okay. All right. So keyword research is really important because um, it it helps you to identify which keywords are profitable. I'm actually working on a client. Yes, yes, I know, Chantel. I know we've been talking about that. One of my clients I've been working on over the past few days um, has had low traffic to his website, and upon closer look at his niche, I found that the way people are searching for his product in the marketplace has changed. So, one thing that's very important to understand. Hey, Pete. Hey, Umar. Thank you so much for signing on. One thing that's very important to know is that you really have to follow the trends. I recommend that a keyword audit be done every 6 months for um, uh, uh, a business at a minimum, because the way people search, the way people um, talk or communicate about certain products changes, it evolves, it gets more specific. I mean, the different terms change so fast. And so it's important to include that language change in the copy of your website so that you can get the visibility that you want. Yeah, you can come to me for keyword audits. I do offer that service absolutely. Now, Umer asked me how is my health. I am much better than I was. That's why I didn't even. I was so out of it. I couldn't even send an email. So I finally have gotten my email energy to do emails now. Yeah. Yep. So when I do keyword research, was just in keyword audits, I look at um, multiple things. Like I look at your Google Webmaster Tools to see how your keywords are performing on search engine results pages. And then I also look at how they're performing on your website. And I also look at just overall at the market, at how people are looking for certain products by looking at your competitors' keywords and rising trends. So there's a lot to it that goes into a keyword audit, because what you don't want to do is go after really high competitive key phrases that are really, really vague. You want to pinpoint as specific as possible long tail keywords that have a high conversion rate. Because the more long tail keywords that you can use in your SEO strategy and your digital marketing, the more sales that you will generate from your SEO. Absolutely. Yeah. So, um, Patricia, when you're just starting your keyword research, I recommend that you just brainstorm with just your memo function on your cell phone or a pencil and paper, and just kind of brainstorm like 5 to 10 ways you think that your ideal customer is looking for you. And then after you do that, I recommend that you go to Google AdWords. You if you don't have a Gmail address, create a Gmail address, then go to adwords.google.com, log in, and use their tool. It's called a keyword planner. Now, the keyword planner is specifically designed for Google's pay per click services. However, it's a great tool to extrapolate the general search volume for certain key phrases on Google. So pop those 10 phrases into the Google Keyword Planner, and you should, depending on your niche, you should get 500 to 700 suggestions back. And then after you get those suggestions, you can go through and see what the search volume is like, excuse me, and pick out the ones that make the most sense to you. Now you want to remember the longer the phrase, if there's one, two, or 1 to 2 words in a phrase, those are usually more competitive than 3, 4, and 5 word terms. Does that make sense, everyone? Does that make sense so far? That makes sense. Okay, great. So there's other tools that you can use as well, but I think for simplicity's sake, going to Google's Keyword Planner, I think that's the easiest um, way to start. Another thing I like to do is putting in my search terms into Google and then scrolling all the way to the bottom of the page, and you can see a bunch of keywords that are highlighted that you can click on and go to those different search results pages. So that's also another great way to find phrases that are related to the services that you're offering. Awesome, awesome. Thank you so much for the share, Chantel. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah. So another thing that you can do to identify your best keywords is when you're typing in on Google, there's a thing called Google Suggest. So when you're typing on Google and you see keywords that pop up underneath where you're typing, if you can write down, take a screenshot or write down some of those phrases, that's another way to identify keywords that you that are related to your niche, because Google likes to expedite the search process for users, and oftentimes this is how I find in my research, I find phrases that are usually shortened or abbreviated that are high in search volume. It's because of Google Suggest. Because before a person can type in the whole entire phrase, sometimes it already populates there. So through Google Suggest. So when you see the drop down, you can see the different choices. Can anyone take a look at that? And if you have any questions while I'm here, I'd love to clarify anything as you're looking at that. Yeah, I could use your site as an example. Yeah, I definitely can. So let me pull it up real quick. Can you, yeah, can you put your website in the chat so everybody can see it? Okay, not necessarily right. Okay, whenever you're ready. I'll be here next week. So while I'm waiting for the next question, I just wanted to let you guys know that I'm really super duper excited because Digimarcon is this week. Digimarcon is this week. And if you are in the Southern California area, I would urge you guys to check out Tech Expo. I think Tech Expo is free. And let me see if I can put that link in the chat. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna just drop this in there. Okay, so I'm looking at Neri Magazine's website, and I want to do some keyword research. So here's an article about entrepreneurship. Okay, and so I'm just going to go into Google and put in entrepreneurship support. And if I scroll down to the bottom, I'm going to put into the chat the different phrases that pop up. So it's that easy. So let me put in the URL that I clicked on. Yeah, so if I am going to optimize this article here, that article right there, just off the top of my head, one thing I would do is think of looking at the phrase entrepreneurship support, and I just threw that into Google, scroll to the bottom of Google page 1, and I see phrases like organizations that help new entrepreneurships with funding, organization that can help a new entrepreneur with skills development, organizations working for entrepreneurship development in India, entrepreneurship skills development. So there's a lot of, there's entrepreneur help sites. So there's a lot of different phrases that Chantel can use or weave into that copy, and at the very least use in the title and the meta description and keywords on the website. So I think that this approach is really a practical approach, because it doesn't cost anything and it's really quick. And so if you start out with a list of 5 to 10 phrases, you can implement what you find by going to Google page 1 for those phrases and what Google suggests to you, and you can easily explode out your list to 4 times the size. So you can have a list of 20 to 40 keywords just from the 5 off the top of your head, just from there. Now, if you want to delve even deeper, you can also go to Google AdWords and oh, thank you so much, Patricia. Thanks for stopping by. You can always go to the keyword tool in Google AdWords. Yeah, so thank you so much, everyone, for sharing the video. Thank you so much. And I want to answer any other questions that you guys have. So I think one thing that I cannot stress this enough. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to give you guys a close-up shot in my nose, but but one of the things I can't stress enough is the importance of your keywords. Google is a platform that archives or cache copies of all these different websites. And one thing that it has gotten really smart at doing is looking at related keywords. So the latent semantic um, protocols on Google allow for you to, when you use synonyms related to your target keywords, that Google knows what you mean. So it's very important to leverage that to your advantage by utilizing what you find on Google Page One to implement those key terms as you see that they're related onto your website. It's very important to do that. So thank you so much, everyone who has shared the video. If you have any other questions about digital marketing, search engine optimization, I am here to answer those questions today. And I want to also encourage everyone who's uh, on the Facebook Live here to download my ebook, 101 Ways to Improve Your Marketing and Sales. You can do that by just going to the SEOqueen.net. There's a lot of helpful tactics, including social media marketing tactics, search engine optimization tactics, and more. And also, if you want to get your share of the 1.2 trillion searches that are happening annually on Google alone, and you want to get to the top of your niche, you can always book a Reach More Clients power session with me, where I can look at your website one on one and give you some concrete steps on what to do with your website. I'm going to throw in the link to that page where you can. Well, actually, I'm gonna just throw in my email address. Why don't you just email me? Yeah, because I unfortunately I think actually. I think I did not add. I didn't think I added my schedule availability on there just yet. So I need to update that. But I'm gonna throw in that link too. Yes, Perrette, thank you so much for signing on. You can download my ebook by just going to the SEOqueen.net. Yeah, and currently I need to update my schedule so you can actually book a session with me, because I think since I was ill, I haven't updated my schedule yet. But you can go there shortly after this Facebook Live ends, and the schedule should have availability indicated on it. Thank you so much, Perrette, for signing on. And definitely download my ebook, 101 Ways to Improve Your Marketing and Sales, by just going to www.theseoqueen.net. So, yeah, we still have some time available here. So, are there any other questions that people have about search engine optimization, keyword research, social media marketing? See if there's any other questions or comments. Okay, so again, my name is Z Scott. I am the SEO Queen. If you're watching this on replay on Facebook, thank you so much. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like, comment, subscribe, comment down here. Um, I just want to thank you all for tuning in today. As I'm waiting for more questions. Yes, thank you so much for sharing the video so much. Thank you so much, Chantel, for sharing the video around. That's awesome. Thank you so much for sharing the video there. Um, as I started out my video, I shared my story about how the SEO Queen came to be. And it came to be because I grew weary of being on food stamps and begging for raises as a W 2. And so, with that frustration, grew my determination to take my professional destiny into my own hands and use the experience and knowledge that I've gained as I built this agency to help other business owners. And that's one thing I really, really enjoy is dealing with clients who have unusual problems to resolve. That's one thing I really love about search engine optimization is that there's no company is the same. There's always a new um, challenge to resolve, and I get a kick out of that. I like the variety. I like um, what I learned about different niches, whether it's car dealerships, aerospace, um, cooking, clothing, you name it. You know, I've real estate, magazines. I've touched on pretty much any vertical you can really think of. So attorneys, I've touched on a lot of that stuff. So yeah, so before I sign off, I just want to open the floor again for any other questions that people may have. You can always download my ebook, 101 Ways to Improve Your Marketing and Sales. And also, if you're interested in my online support, my online marketing support program, it's only $100 per month. And my online support program is all chat based, and it's all, there's a Facebook group related to it where you can get all your questions answered, and you can take a look at the landing page for all of the things that you get as a part of the support. It's a great way, in my opinion, to get agency level support on a shoestring budget. So um, it's always good to be able to access that knowledge. I also include a YouTube guide, a YouTube SEO, video SEO guide as well with the membership there. I think that I don't see any other questions. Again, I just want to thank you. Again, thank you so much. My name is Z Scott, the SEO Queen. Have a great day, and thank you for spending this time with me, and much success to you all.